They'll be calling you a radical. The fight goes on. As, I mean, this horrible, sad fucking catastrophe, this mass murder and evil, lifelong fucking battle against the nuclear crime syndicate. I want you to go through this. You know, I'll post it in the tags if your pop-ups, because they've changed the, Google's changed everything. They won't let you use pop-ups anymore. But, so, another orca's washed up fucking dead in Seattle, and fuck, say Washington go get a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Go Seahawks! Get your Bangladesh fucking made good. Ooh, I'm fucking Paul Allen. I fucking donated an NGO. All the NGOs are fucking masquerade party. Fuck, they changed the tax code. Greed, peace, Sarah Club. They fuck. I mean, the whole fucking you know, the so-called environmentalist fucking nonprofit is a fucking shakedown. It's a fucking scam. It's a fucking death trap. It's a fucking suicide rap. That's all it is. You know, it's a way just so you do know his yacht tore out one of the historic reefs. Protected. Tore out 80% of it with the anchor of his yacht. So, they're starving to death. You do know. I mean, I've done all this work. The new dock records on Balco. This is a lifeline back. They're starving to death. The greatest ecological collapse in fucking human history. You're gonna go block a fucking pipeline. Okay. You know, I'm all for the pipeline fucking blockers, but really? So the lifelong fucking, look, I don't give a fuck if this is in vogue. I don't give a fuck if it's out of fucking vogue. You know, my time, my place, my lifelong fucking battle. Wow. I'm heartbroken. I've never been so fucking heartbroken in my whole fucking life. And I went through a lot of pain in my life. This fight is a lifelong fucking fight. You know, I grew up in a fucking, out here on the western landscape in this beautiful western fucking Utah, California fucking beauty fucking place when, you know, I remember the first anti-nuclear energy rally I went to was my very first thoughts. I think I was 6 or 7. You know, my dad, the Special Forces Marine at Pendleton, SAN ONOFRE. I've been fighting that fucker as long my whole fucking life. My first fucking memories. This was so in vogue. You know, they put this up today celebrating the victory. Well, you know, on the Sonoma, up there on the one, which I walked it last year, and right there where the victory came on Sonoma, I walked around the fucking corner last year, 2015, on my walk, right as the sun was coming up. You know, I remember it was really cold that morning, and I was stressed out, you know, and all my Wi-Fi, my fucking camera's fucking broke, I'm fucking tired, I fucking broke. You know, I'd walked from Mexico all the way to San Francisco, you know, and that chunk I walked from Pismo. It was the biggest gray I ever saw. I remember I walked around the corner and the sun's just trickling up. It's the crack of dawn, literally, and I'm just like, it was like when I was 6, 7 years old, my grandparents would drive me from Utah, you know, to California, to their place at PB or whatever, and I would start to smell the fucking ocean 100 miles away and start to have these fits. I was born fucked up. My dad was nuked in the Nevada test site. The sperm was fucked up. I was born in that cage on their fucking landscape, the SAN ONOFRE. My beautiful pinup fucking mother artist at Woodbury. She said to me for years, Kevin, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, so many opportunities. I came from a family of writers and poets and artists and neurosurgeons and heart surgeons. She says, you know, well, you've got every opportunity in the world. You have everything as far as your mind, your body. Our family is one of those families that never believed in inherited wealth. They never believed it. They didn't even believe in paying for you to go to college. They believed you worked your right. So I had the hawk and trowel in my hands at 14 fucking years old. You know, no, I'm the fresco artist. I'm the environmentalist. I'm the artist. That's my life. I knew that from the time I was a little kid. So even when I was young, the opportunities to go in these museums, no. My dad, shut up, boy, get to fucking work. I wasn't born with these scars across my face. It took years of fucking protesting and fighting the nuclear crime syndicate in this violent fucking place. So, they're starving to death, and there she was. She was just dying. You know, I've been around up and down on that fucking ocean, out on this fucking western landscape. I've been in symphony with the animals my whole life. I know when an animal's taking its last grasp. I know as the spirit's leaving that animal, as the spirit's leaving a human being. You know how many people I've sat with that they've died in the last 4 or 5 years? I can't believe what I've been through. We've been through. Our worst fear when we protest in California, this was so in vogue, the whole country, 1982, 86%. All the musicians were there, the beautiful girls, the secondhand movie stars, they all lined up. They just showed they were all frauds. Not all. There's a few still fighting. The fight has nothing to do with Popism. The fight has nothing to do with in vogue, out of vogue. It's just a lifelong fucking fight. From the day I was fucking born to the day I was fucking die. And that's what it's been. My work's historic. You know, I think about the victories we had when there were fucking millions and millions. There were very few, but they were there. You know, in Southern Oregon, Trojan, you know, on the Sonoma, but there were very fucking few. I think of the victories we've had over the last fucking decade with a tiny, I estimate the real grassroots, hardcore, fucking lifelong fucking anti-nuclear activists that really means it in California is less than 300 people. You know, she called me the last San Diegan. Here in Utah, you can, well, Matt does a little bit of work, but he'll tell you straight up. It's me. It's one fucking person. Ask the governor. Ask any politicians. Ask anybody around here. Let's say the end out. There's only one. 1 in 3 million. 350 million in California. But you think about the few. Think about our victories. Think what we've done at SAN ONOFRE. Talk about throw down the fucking stake. When I throw down the stake, I use the fucking spear. And I light the fire. Woo! And, I mean, I do it. You know, I'll do one with my little grandchildren. I'll teach them. I'll teach them the ceremonies that were taught to me. I'll tell you right now. This fight with leukemia, this fight with thing, this fight with American popular culture. I've literally never been so heartbroken. You know, do I feel defeated? Oh, yeah. You know, the panty painters, the pilers honors, the fucking abuse, while in critical condition, walking the entire coast of California. You know, people say, oh, the Million Mass March and, you know, Occupy were started by Soros. They're so full of shit. They were started by me. You know, the movements get co-opted, of course. You know, all these people out there, anonymous, whatever. I started them. Both of them. You know, the post-ignorance. The Washington Squares, where they were both fucking started, fucking merged. You know, the Farvers cousins, myself. Doesn't matter. My fucking lifelong fucking journey. I'll show you this. The Panty Painters is the artist. When I was the kid, I couldn't tie my shoes. I'm 8, 9 years old. I can't even tie my shoes. But I can do fucking math equations this fucking big. I just walk on the landscape for fucking days in California and Utah. Just go. Go. Just go for days in a little knapsack in my fucking, you know, just go. You know, and everybody's panty painted my work. So, I could draw, you know, like my mom, the pinup artist. I could draw, you know, and I understood art at a very young age. I could sculpt, I could use a hawk and trowel like no other. I never switched to the fake stucco tent. The tree in the Children's Museum, that's my work. The restoring of the Masonic tank hanging from her can't be done. Hand chiseled, one guy, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's my work. There's lots of my work around. Thousands and thousands of frescoes. So, the yearbook and I drew that one. The panty painter did this one. My junior high art teacher. My mom would say, oh my God, Kevin, when you get offers in these museums all the time, why don't you put, I'm not old enough. My path. I remember Ackerman up there in fuck Canada when they tried to tee me up and set me up. did the same thing to me. The panty painters, my radio show, did the same thing to me. People ask me, I had platelet counts in Eugene, Oregon at 30. One of those things bumped my arm and I was profusely bleeding through my arm. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the phone with the doctors at LDS. And they're like, oh my God, Kevin, the fuck are you doing? You got platelet counts at 32. I'm walking the coast of California. I'm fucking dying. I'm fucking dying. You know, I'm just walking with Astro. He's walking Pacific Human Rights. I mean, I'm dying. I'm sleeping on the fucking beach. I'm sleeping on park benches. I'm sleeping anywhere I can find. You know, people would show up. Here, Kevin, here's some juice, whatever. Can you hold the camera for me? I remember being on Valentine's Day. My intuitive mind's been so fucking wide open on this. I remember standing there, and I remember that spirit got in me. Remember I called it Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day? That's when the Schumachs were all hiding. Before they came out. Before he told me. A year later, Kevin, we used to call it the Mama's Heart. I says, I've been calling it the Blue Heart for years. The Blue Heart on Valentine's Day for the mighty blue Pacific Ocean. We're standing there. This is before anybody would listen to me. I'm like the starfish down. I can see the fucking plume. You know, everything's dying. This is the greatest catastrophe in human history. Some seals come up. Mama seal comes up to me. I mean, right up to me. You know, and she's calling to me, you know, up on the pier. And then she goes back. I'll never forget it. She gets the family. She comes back, and they're all right there. Joe's like, wow, I've never seen that. I says, yeah, it happens to me all the time. Because I've always lived in symphony with them. We were at Point Rez. Baby leopard seal? Who gets this? I mean, right up. I'm like, get back, get back, get back. Pod of humpbacks. I can go into California anytime, and people know it. And they're like, I can't believe it. You know, the Greys giving birth at Carmel. If it wasn't for me and the marine biologists, the old retired ones, the world would not know that. Giving birth at Carmel. So I walk around there. There she is. She's in her last gasp. She's dying. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, biggest one I ever saw. I'm like, oh my God, no. You know, and I'm right there. It's just me in the well in the sun. I'm like, I'm starting to have fucking seizures, you know, and I had these incredible dreams that night, you know, every night, sleeping on the fucking cliffs, you know, listening to the fucking Mama Elsa's cry out to me. You know, and I'm thinking about the fucking elk and the mule deer and the silver streak, the fucking tuna, those hallowed creatures, the god of salmon. I'm thinking about the jackrabbits and the cougars, those fucking golden bears. I'm thinking about the fucking monarch butterflies as they fucking do their incredible migration. And I'm dreaming. I'm thinking about everybody that died in front of me. I'm thinking about when I held my father's hand as he died and they put him in the body bag. I'm thinking about Paul, who sat in the room next to me, my childhood friend, as I've gone through this book. He got cancer at the same time I did. Exact same spot in his body. We fought together. He died. Coming me as he passed. Dana, Tracy, all these people, the hospital would call me Kevin. Because their loved ones are such children, such immature fucks called baby boomers. Refuse to even sit with their loved ones as they die. Because it's about me, 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 me. These selfish, self-indulged fucks. I'm like, oh my God, she's dying. That spirit races into me right as the sun's beaming to me. Sleeping in the cove at Carmel. You know, that smell. They take her. I'm like, no, 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 no. Just let her drip away like we always have in California. Let her drift out into the fucking sea, for we are from the sea. Let her soul take her next place. Let her spirit fucking go. I'm arguing with them. No, they fucking, it stinks, we don't like it. They cut her up with a fucking chainsaw, threw her in the, I'm like, oh no. What have you done to yourselves? For my native spirit, my native belief system, my wolf spirit, I'll be in New York. I have a plane ticket on the 1st. You know, I plan on being there, and I have a bus ride to fucking, I have no place to stay in D.C. I don't know where I'm going to stay in D.C. I'm going to talk about wing this at my age. You know, I got looking through. I made a lot of millionaires in Northern California. I got looking through. Remember when I was doing videos, short silver at 47? I got looking through. I had 20-something thousand shares of Tesla. I had to sell it $30 fucking dollars. I had fucking leveraged up my fucking Apple fucking derivative fucking stuff. Whoa. I remember sitting in the hospital. I sold it all for around $800,000 to get into the bone marrow transplant. My place in time. Why is now? Watch these things race. I did them. I shouldn't have done this the other day. I did the math on if I still held them today. 8.5 million. I go from that to zero. My place in time. Popism. It was all in vogue. The musicians, they came out not because they fucking believed in the environment and they loved the fucking animals. They came out for themselves. Publicists told them to. Fukushima's exposed the fraud. Fukushima, the me, sickening fucking generation. The tiny few. I remember I won the yearbook contest, and then it doesn't go up. And I never knew until later. Girl told me, she says, Kevin, I was on the committee. She says, you won unanimously. The printer overwrote it. What? They panic paint my work over and over and over. They steal it. The yellow and black, the new orange fucking stole my work on, I mean, they come out and told me, Fucking, Robot Man, a writer emailed me, he says, fuck, we sit around and watch your videos. Completely stole from me. You know, they take my movements, they take my grassroots organizational fucking ideas, and they co-opt them into their own dream. And they try to panty paint. Well, they did the same thing to Michelangelo, and that's who fucking changed my life when I was a boy. You're not going to be a fucking doctor? My uncle's a neurosurgeon. Says, when I was a kid, you know, that's where you need to go. No. I'm putting that Hawk and trowel in my hand. No. And it was more than his sculptures and his painting. You do know every one of his paintings is painted over. Michelangelo's paintings are painted over. The diaper painters, the panty painters. That's what they try to do to me. The animals on the Pacific Ocean are all starving to fucking death. I documented the tide pools are fucking empty. It's heartbreaking. The marine biologists, nobody did anything. I'm the first one that documented this historic work because it's been a lifelong, and it'll be a lifelong till the day I die. Because I have native beliefs, and I'm going to be like that fucking whale. I'm going to be like her, that mama. Fukushima is the dead pod of blue whales in the room. My work will go on with or without you. On a bed of nails. All the females that I involved, a beautiful Southern Cal girl, had long hair, had muscles all over them. We know what the Southern California, you know, look at my daughters. They don't look like me. They'll tell you. My children know, and now my grandchildren know. Anybody in our family, anybody who's known me since I'm a kid. Anybody knows. And while I did my environmentals, I made millions of fucking dollars not working with a Hawk and trowel in my hand. I used to be booked 3 years in advance. My prices were triple anybody else. People lined up for my work because I was that organic. I was the artisan, and everybody fucking knew it. You know, I've always been able to see the future intuitively. When my Wall Street career, derivative arbitrage, fuck, I was fucking unbelievable how I could forecast things. But that wasn't what it's supposed to be because this has never been about me. Never. My life's never been about me. My life doesn't even represent me. My life represents we. I've always known that. My body's temporary. I've never tattooed it up. I've never pierced it, but it's broken and it's scarred and it's fucking bloody. Took a lot of years protesting against in this violent fucking place. My teeth are gone now. My jaw's broken. My face is crushed. The chemo scars through the top of my head, down through my legs, and fucking in my eyes. I survived a disease that's less than 1% survivable. The light in me. The pioneers, the people that have fought next to me, side by fucking side. With or without you. I've never been so fucking heartbroken. The fight goes on. Doesn't matter fucking if there's 10 of us. Doesn't matter if there's fucking 10 million of us. The fight goes on. My native fucking spirit, my beliefs that this will change. This fucking 30, 40 years of raping the landscape and fucking it'll change. And my spirit, like the whale, it's going to go on to the next place. Into the fucking silver streak, into the fucking tuna, what very few are left. As they soar across the fucking ocean. As the fucking eagle fucking above me. As the fucking tuna fucking in the sea next to me. As the fucking humpbacks as they come up, as the mama seals, as the cougars, as the golden fucking bears, as the grizzly, as the fucking elk, as the fucking mule deer, as the starfish, as the migrating fucking monarchs. My place. This fight's historic. This fight goes on. Doesn't matter what you think of me. Doesn't matter. It just matters of what I fucking do. So I go through my little book. Started going through, and all my friends that grew up with me, nuked, drinking the milk they lied to us about, watching the 350 tests come over us, watching Fukushima sprays, and I'm just going over dead of leukemia, dead of leukemia, dead of cancer, dead of leukemia, dead of leukemia. It's never been about me. See you in New York. Hands up. No nukes. Hands up, no nukes. I don't care if there's fucking 10 of us. I don't care if there's 2. Because really, there's billions of us. You just don't know. They're called the spirits in front of us. I hear the voices of my great-granddaughter, my great-grandsons. All the people that have been murdered and killed before me. The spirits are with me. She's with me. That well spirit went right into me. I could feel it. I could feel it just go. My father's spirit, I could feel it. I could feel it. I could feel it go into me. Literally feel it. For I fight for her, she fights for me. By the sea. Stay tuned. The fight goes on. Don't you fucking give up.